Okay. So sorry for that wait. I had some technical difficulties that I had to get all fixed up. But hello everyone. Thank you so much for coming in. So, as you might have saw, today I will be playing through Dragon Age Origins. And specifically this will be my second time playing through it on the channel. Or rather, this will be part 2, not necessarily the second time I've ever played through this game. Because I have played through this game many times before that. Let me just... Okay. So this is a game that I am very fond of. It's in fact my favorite trilogy. Although, with it slowly but surely getting to the point where Dragon Age Dreadwolf will be coming in, I wanted to play through the games so that we could have a little bit of fun with that whenever it comes out. Let me just maneuver myself at a good spot for y'all. And let me see. There I am. Just scooch that over. And let me see why it's not capturing Dragon Age. Hopefully that is fixing it. Okay, there we go. Good. Now, not. Okay, now why can I not hear the audio? I would very much enjoy to hear the audio. Hmm. I see, is it all connected properly? I know. Okay. Huh. Are my headphones working? I would very much appreciate it if I could hear what was going on in the game. Let me make sure. Well, it should be all good. I'm going to change my headphones real quick. I'm so sorry about this, everyone. But no. There we go. Okay. Now I can hear it. So how is everything sounding for y'all when that was going on? It's odd that it's not wanting to show the audio going whenever I'm trying to see how it's looking for y'all. But, that should be good. Let me just check one last thing. Okay, no more technical difficulties. That should be all good. I'm so sorry, everyone. But here we are getting back into Dragon Age Origins. One of my most beloved games ever. Okay, something popped up real quick, but we are going to be resuming our last save point. So, if you were not here for my birthday stream, I started to play a new game of Dragon Age Origins where I was a female human mage. I just finished my trial, and I'm doing a little bit more peeking around. Just let me get back into remembering everything. Okay, so level 2, not too much strain. Good armor. Willpower, magic, cunning. Most powerful foe slain. Okay. Do not have any skill points to spend, it seems. Okay. So, bolts, heal, ice, fire. Let me move this over there. Skills, coercion. I'm also gonna need some survival. To pass the couple checks that I know that will be coming up. Okay, so good thing I checked that. Let me give myself a staff. Area, magic rose, ring of study, private documents. So, vestments of the seer. Oh yeah, I got the better one. Ring of study? Sure, I'll give myself that. Blank vellum. Okay, should be all good to go. Hello, Joanne. What are you getting into now?
I'm glad I caught up to you. Are you done talking with Irving?
I think I am, for now.
I need to talk to you. Do you remember what we discussed this morning?
Of course I do.
We should go somewhere else. I don't feel safe talking here.
You're starting to worry me, Joanne.
I've been troubled. I'll explain. Come with me, please.
As you desire.
We should be safe here.
All right. What is going on?
A few months ago, I told you that I met a girl. This is Lily.
Ooh, a nun. Essentially. An initiate? That is forbidden.
So you can see why we wish to keep it a secret.
Lily's been given to the chantry. She's not allowed to have relations with men. If anyone finds out, we'll both be in trouble.
You can trust me. I won't tell anyone.
Thank you. I knew you'd stand by me.
Right. You couldn't have brought me here to just chat about love.
I wish that was the only thing I needed to talk about. Remember I said that I didn't think they wanted to give me my harrowing? I know why. They're going to make me tranquil. They'll take everything that I am from me. My dreams, hopes, fears, my love for Lily. All gone.
The thought of becoming tranquil is truly a horrifying thing. That sounds terrible, Joanne.
They'll extinguish my humanity. I'll just be a husk, breathing and existing, but not truly living.
How did you find out about this?
I saw the document on Gregor's table. It authorized the right on Jowan, and Irving had signed it.
Why would they do this to you, Joanne?
There's a rumor about me. People think I'm a blood mage. They think that making me a circle mage will endanger everyone.
Are they right about that?
Of course not. But it's not safe here for me anymore. I need to escape. I need to destroy my phylactery. Without it, they can't track me down. We need your help. Lily and I can't do this on our own.
Give us your word that you will help, and we will tell you what we intend.
You have my word.
Thank you. We will never forget this.
So, what do you intend to do?
I can get us into the repository, but there is a problem. There are 2 locks on the phylactery chamber door. The first enchanter and knight commander each hold 1 key. But it is just a door. There is power enough in this place to destroy all of Ferelden. What's a door to mages?
It can't be that easy.
What if it is? We have to try. I once saw a rod of fire melt through a lock. You could get one from the stockroom, but Owain doesn't release such things to apprentices.
I will go to the stockroom and retrieve this rod then.
We should stay here. 1 mage at the stockroom will attract less attention than a mage, an apprentice, and an initiate.
I'll be back soon.
Good luck. Our prayers go with you.
Bound in blood and magic. So for those of you who do not know, when he is saying that he will be made tranquil, essentially what will be done to him is that some sort of kind of hush-hush, how would I say it? Rite or magic, some sort of subduing something, will happen to him, and that will remove all of his emotions, essentially leaving him, how would I say, I guess if any of you know Star Trek, the Vulcans would envy them, to say the very least. Do I...
Yes?
What's that door over there?
That leads to the Circle's cavern storerooms. There are caves running through the rock that the Circle is built upon. But of course, you know this.
Right, I did.
Have a nice day.
So this gentleman here is actually one of the Tranquil. So...
Welcome to the Circle's stockroom of magical items. My name is Owain. How may I assist you?
I need a rod of fire, please.
Rods of fire serve many purposes. Why do you wish to acquire this particular item?
What can the rods be used for?
Some mages require them for their research. Others merely want to light fireplaces.
I need the rod to research into burning things.
Here is the form, Request for Rod of Fire. Have it signed and dated by a senior enchanter. I will release a rod to you once I have the signed form.
Okay. I will be back shortly.
Thank you.
Now, I'm going back and forth on asking the senior mage or getting some getting some info from him. Although I wonder if my doing that had already updated. Nope, nope, there he is. I just went the wrong way. So, I might try and probe a little bit.
I trust you saw Duncan back to his quarters?
Yes, sir, I did. Of course, First Enchanter.
I'm glad you met him. He's a most honorable man.
I agree. It was my privilege to have met him.
Grey Wardens are peerless warriors who sacrifice all for our sakes. We can learn much from them. Now, did you need something?
Why do you have books on blood magic on your desk?
I've removed them from the library. I was advised it might be unwise to leave them where any apprentice may read them. They will be put away somewhere very safe. Now, is there anything else?
When is Joanne going through the harrowing?
When he is ready.
Joanne fears he's going to be made tranquil.
And how does he know this? I suppose the young initiate he dallies about with revealed it to him. You think I didn't know? I did not become first enchanter by keeping my eyes and ears shut.
Please, I beg you, don't do this to Joanne.
Gregor says he has proof and eyewitness testimony that Jowan has been practicing blood magic. I cannot say more. Were it left to me, things might be different. But the Chantry, I'm sorry, child. This rite of tranquility will happen.
Then you must know that Joanne plans to escape the circle.
Oh, interesting. What more do you know?
Joanne and Lily are plotting to destroy his phylactery.
Yes, she must be helping him. She would know more about the repository than he would. Do you know anything else?
Yes, Lily told me, and I promised to help.
I suspected Lily would tell him of the impending rite if she found out. But I never expected they would have the gall to break into the repository.
What will you do with Joanne?
Reporting him to Gregor and the Templars will accomplish nothing beyond what's already planned. If the Circle must punish one of its own, I will see the Chantry done the same courtesy. Lily will not walk free while my apprentice suffers.
Lily's just trying to save the man she loves.
She is also breaking every vow she ever took.
Will you report Lily's betrayal to Gregor?
If we mention her involvement, the Chantry will say that she was framed. No, she must be caught in the act.
You're right. The Chantry would do the same to us.
If you want to survive, you must learn the rules and realize that sometimes sacrifices are necessary. Jowan will become tranquil, but Lily must also face the consequences of her actions. How did you learn of their plan? Do they trust you?
They asked me to help them break into the repository, or yes, they trust me, and that's why I won't betray them. But with the information given, I would say they asked me for help.
Perfect. Will you return to them and carry out their scheme? With solid proof of their crime, we can act.
I'm not comfortable deceiving them.
You felt comfortable enough to bring this to me. Do not shy from your duty now.
Then I need you to sign this form.
A rod of fire? Why do you... I understand. Trying to break through the door this way. Interesting.
What's interesting?
The phylactery chamber door is warded and resists all magic worked upon it.
What am I supposed to do then?
Not easy breaking into a locked chamber, is it? Still... yes. The phylactery chamber shares a wall with the artifact vault. Age and dampness seeping up from the ground have weakened a segment of it. You can break down this part of the wall to gain entrance into the chamber.
It's not easy to break down a wall.
We have an old Tiventa device in the vault. It may have been used for defense, or possibly entertainment. It amplifies spells. Use the rod on this artifact, and aim it at the wall.
What if it destroys everything else in the room?
The artifact releases controlled bursts of energy. Just aim it in the right direction.
Will someone not hear that?
The repository is deep within the tower. It's unlikely anyone will hear anything except a muffled rumbling. Besides, odd noises are quite commonplace here.
Understandable. I shall do this.
One more thing. Do not be quick to suggest there is another way in. I don't want Lily and Jowan to suspect. Make it seem like you came up with the idea yourself. Here is the form with my stamp. Owain will release the rod to you now.
Hmm? Although, maybe I want to redo that because I want to get the experience.
Yes?
What's that door?
That leads to the Circle's cavern storerooms. There are caves running through the rock that the Circle is built upon. But of course, you know this.
Can I look inside the cavern?
No, I can't let anyone in there just now.
Why?
There are just things in there that I would prefer to keep safe.
Keep safe. Aren't the circle stores meant to be used?
Yes, but I am in the midst of stock taking, checking inventory, and I can't let anyone in there in case they mess things up. Yes.
Why are you out here and not in there then?
Because I am taking a break. I hate the musty smell of caves, and Look, I'll tell you the truth. Just keep it to yourself. There is an infestation of spiders in the caves. I don't know how they got in there, but it's probably my fault. I was promoted to senior enchanter less than a fortnight ago, and I don't want anyone to find out. They'll think I'm incompetent.
Do you need any help?
I could use some, I'm sure. I've been too busy with my new duties. I haven't been able to deal with the spiders. If you cleared them out for me, I would owe you a favor. A big one.
Alright, I'll do it.
Wonderful. Here is the key. Oh, and be careful in there. I'd really like to keep the damage done to the Circle's property to a minimum.
Alright. So, if you didn't go and speak to the first enchanter, you could have used her as a way to get the form for the rod signed. However, the thing with Dragon Age Origins is that you can't really grind up levels. So any experience you are able to get a hold of is definitely important, which is why I wanted to get in here. Any lost experience would be a very sad thing. Now, of course, unfortunately, there will be things that I will have to miss out simply due to either you only being able to come to places once, sometimes, and the fact that I am a mage will unlock some things for me, but then lock me away from others as well. So, essentially, when you play, you have to be prepared to miss some things in the beginning of the game because you're not quite to the right level. But they do this so that any and all the levels that you play is just... Oops.
This should be easy enough.
As I was saying, before I was so rudely interrupted, each and every level, at the beginning, you will miss some things no matter which way that you choose to play the game. It's made this way so that you can play the game however way you wish, with whatever levels you wish. But, as I said before, you will miss some things, but you will be able to unlock them further on at the different levels. don't like being made to be so slow. I prefer stealth gameplay. And I also prefer to be able to move around when casting spells. But unfortunately, you can't quite do that. Any goodies? Nope. Nothing there.
Careful. These creatures are monsters.
Ah, focus. Hello.
As you stop.
There's probably some hanging around somewhere. Oh, yeah, behind me. Ooh, a novice flame rune. I really do find it cool how the creatures that you are able to loot will actually, essentially, go down a level of decomposition, as if to show that you went through them, so to speak. Anything? Okay. Ooh. Phage striders. These are better. And let me check this. Iron two-handed, tier 1. Exactly the same. Armor penetration. 1 magic versus 2 spell power. I think I'll go with magic. And this... Probably some about to pop out. Use it on myself, please. Okay, there we go.
Let's get started. Excellent! Let's get started.
Ooh, that was not good. I need to remember that I have to allow the action to play out before I do anything else.
This should be easy enough.
Haha. It's always good to look around for stuff because you can always sell what you don't use. Buckle of the Winds. Nope.
Time for some fun!
Much better. And that seems like that might have been the last of them. Well, that was some good experience. I'm glad I remembered to do that.
You're back. Are the spiders gone?
I've dealt with your infestation.
Really? Oh, that's wonderful. You've saved my hide, I'm sure. And I owe you a favor, so if you need anything, I'll be here.
Do you have anything useful you can give me?
I do. I put aside these potions some time ago, but never found a use for them. Here, I hope they'll be helpful to you.
Ooh, thank you. Okay, and now let's go to Owain. I went the long way again. Ugh, don't want to pass by Cullen. Here you are, Owain.
Welcome to the Circle stockroom of magical items. My name is Owain. How may I assist you?
Here's the sign form for the Rod of Fire.
Everything looks to be in order. Here is the rod you requested.
Thank you so much, Owain. Where are they? This way.
I hate waiting. It makes me nervous.
I have the Rod of Fire.
That was quick.
To the repository, then. Freedom awaits.
So, I really do go back and forth on this. Because the sad thing is that Jowain does seem like he is actually using blood magic, meaning he lied to me. But which way? Storage first floor. Which floor is it on? But the sad thing is that it did seem like the first enchanter already knew what was going on. So he would have been caught no matter what. Which doesn't surprise me. And also, more than likely, Lily would have gotten away with it. Her quote-unquote gotten away with it. I don't really view them having done anything wrong, but that's not the realm of which these people are in. The chantry, or the church, truly has an iron grip on it all. There's no choice for them. Can't remember if I'm going the right way or not. Or maybe I can actually look at. Must go to the basement tower. Okay. Nothing.
Let's get... The Chantry calls this entrance the Victim's Door. It is built of 277 planks, one for each original Templar. It is a reminder of all the dangers those cursed with magic pose.
But how do we get past this?
The doors can be opened only by a Templar and a mage entering together. The Chantry provides the password, which primes the ward, and the mage touches it with mana to release it.
Okay. So what must I do?
First, the password. Sword of the Maker, Tears of the Fade.
I heard something.
Password only primes the door. Now it must feel the touch of mana. Any spell will do, but hurry.
Winter's Grasp. No.
Do you have the rod with you? Melt the locks off.
Use the rod on the locks. You use the rod on the locks, but nothing happens.
What's the matter? Why isn't it working?
Try again, but nothing happens.
Lily, something's not right. I can't cast spells here. Nothing works.
These wards carved into the stone. This must be the Templars' work. They negate any magic cast within this area. I should have guessed. Why would Gregor and Irving use simple keys for such a door? Because magical keys don't work. How do you keep mages away from something? Make their powers completely worthless. That's it then. We're finished. We can't get in.
Oh, hello, Flying Trolley. Why, hello, hello. I see one of the games I've been meaning to check out for the longest time. How have you been? So, I've been doing really well. I debuted yesterday, as you can probably see with my little model. And I'm playing one of my favorite games to decompress after doing some packing. This is an astounding series. I would highly recommend it. And you actually caught me not too far into the game series. This is only my second part playing it, but the first part is actually on my YouTube, where you can find it in my birthday stream. But, you are looking great. Congrats on the debut. Well, thank you, my dear. But to kind of catch you up, I am the female mage, and I'm trying to help my friend be able to escape the rule of the Chantry, or aka the Church, telling all of us that magic is evil, and thus we are evil because we were born magical. There was a whole lot of information within the first bit of the game, but it's it will make more sense. That's it then, we're finished, we can't get in. That door there, where does it lead?
I don't know. Do you think it's another way in?
That door probably leads to another part of the repository. What are the chances of there being another entrance?
Do we have a choice?
No. I'll take any chance I can get.
We can't get into the chamber the way we planned, but we're not about to give up. We can see where this door leads, but I don't think it'll be easy. It looks locked for one.
The rod should work on those locks, shouldn't it?
Yes. Let's hope they haven't warded that door as well.
Let's hurry. We've wasted enough time.
So yes, Flying Trolley, to give you a bit of a quick update of the socioeconomics, or social, of this game. I am a mage who was essentially taken away from my family at a young age, against anyone's will, really, because I was deemed magical. And since I was magical, the Church, or the Chantry as it is called in this game, deems me as something that is evil, because magic is evil. So, they lock them up within these towers, where they're technically allowed to study within the parameters that the Chantry will allow, but they have essentially magical tracking chips in all of us who are magical by their repository. So essentially, when we first come in, a blood is taken, and that is used as a tracking ID. So if we try to escape, they will hunt us down and kill us, because we'll be considered apostates by that point. Now, all throughout this mage tower, there are these people called Templars. They are essentially knights or paladins specifically designated by the church and trained in the ways to subjugate mages, essentially. So my friend here, Joanne, he is still an apprentice. I only just recently became a mage because I passed my harrowing. Essentially what that is that they throw an apprentice, unknowing to what's going on, in what is called the Fade, or the spirit world. There they have to survive whatever sort of spirit or demon comes and attacks them or tries to trick them. If they take too long or they fail, the Templars will kill them, but it's only if you survive within a certain amount of time that they will allow you to progress as a mage. Now, the issue with Joanne is that he's been deemed too dangerous to even attempt to do the harrowing. So, as such, they are going to do what is called make him tranquil. Essentially, what that is that it is a forced procedure done on people, or mages specifically, that essentially will take away all of their magic. But by doing so, they cut off their connection to the Fade, or the spirit world. This does take away their magic, but it also takes away all of their emotions, wills, desires. It is essentially almost like a living death. They take away all that you are so that you're only still technically alive, but nothing really moves you. So, of course, he is terrified of this. That's messed up to say the least. Yes. And the Chantry will force that on any mage that they deem too troublesome. Although some mages who are so deeply indoctrinated in the self-hate that the Chantry gives them, that they might even choose to go through the tranquil rite willingly. Now, to make things a little bit more tricky, this here is Lily. She is actually in love with Joanne, and Joanne's in love with her. The issue is that she was given to the Chantry. So essentially she's supposed to be a nun. So, of course, her falling in love with anyone is a no-no, but the fact that it is a mage is even worse. So, the thing is that these two came to me asking for help to destroy his phylactery and get out of here. But in doing so, they will essentially, be attempted to be hunted down by the Templars, but in destroying his phylactery, they hope that that will give them the true chance to escape, so they can't track them. However, the issue was that we discovered by talking to the first enchanter that he was discovered using blood magic, which is a deeply forbidden and very dangerous type of magic. Now, when we asked him about this before we even spoke to the first enchanter, by asking why would they want to make him tranquil, he said that there were rumors of him doing blood magic, but when we asked him if he did, he said no. But the first enchanter, who truly is in a tough situation because he truly cares for all of his apprentices, but has the leader of the Templars and the Chantry in general just watching over his every step. So he desperately tries to make anything as equal as possible. But he has eyewitness proof from the leader of the Templars that he was using blood magic. And so I'm now in the awkward situation where the first enchanter knew that Joanne was already doing shady things and had set things as a trap for him, but he didn't really know that Lily was involved as well. And he wanted me to continue doing the helping for them because he wanted to get Lily involved as well, because he knew the Chantry would say that she was being manipulated by Joanne and spare her of any punishment of her. So the first enchanter did not want this unfair treatment to go down, so he wants it to be done equal. He knows there's no saving Joanne, so he's trying to make sure Lily also gets the proper punishment. But that can only be done if they're caught in the act. So here I am, now, navigating that while wanting to help my
Not
friend.
giving up. We've come too far.
Wanting to help my friend, but accidentally alerting the first enchanter that I knew about these things. And so now there's no escaping it.
Well, that's
Enemies
not good.
approaching.
Oh, crap!
I'm not sure I'm cut out for this.
Baiting people to their doom. That sounds wholesome. Well, I think the issue is that this was going to happen no matter what. So he just wants to make sure that Lily is also properly punished for her involvement. Because he knows that the Chantry will go out of their way to say, oh, she's perfectly fine, she was just being manipulated by the evil wizard. Which is not the case, because they're both involved. So it's a sticky situation just for everyone.
This should be easy. Out of our way! Show me what you've got. We'll need another way into the phylactery chamber.
Lily, why did you
Let's
stand...
explore the repository.
Why did you stand in the way of my fire? So I'm playing this game on normal difficulty, but in doing so that means friendly fire is very much a thing.
On it.
While I'm thinking of it, can I... Friendly fire? Yes, very much so. Here, let me beef them up at least, but I'll have to take the stuff back before we get too far. No, the boots rough, they're the same. Oh, and the hats are very much a well-known joke within the Dragon Age. The Dragon Age fandom. For some reason, the mage hats are absolutely out there, to say the least. How is everything sounding to you, by the way, Flying Trolley? No, that's not what I wanted to do. The sounds are great. That's good. So, unfortunately with this game, you right-click to move, but also to interact with things. So sometimes you'll see me accidentally move to an odd spot that's near a target, as opposed to me actually trying to target said target like I want.
No quarter.
Ooh, and I just leveled up. Let me see. Do I get anything here? So moving and interacting are inconveniently attached to the cursor. Oh no, I'm getting a few RuneScape memories researching. So this is a very old game. Maybe that's the case. Now, I could probably maybe adjust the way things are interacted with. It's just this is the way I've known how to play with this game since forever. So I guess I'm too lazy to try and really bother. Magic, willpower, cunning. Let's see, let me beef up magic, willpower, and let me put a little bit in constitution as well. As long as you can play comfortably? Yes, very much. Which way? Improved coercion is very important, but so is this survival skill. I know I'll need this soon. I'll do coercion and then focus on nature. And I'll do lightning. No.
This should be easy enough. There's a part of me that wants to go into their info and adjust their battle strategies, but I won't be working with them long enough to really warrant me wanting to do that. So I'll just deal with their battling for now. As you wish.
I see you. So, those stun moves really get you at the beginning. Ooh. Okay. There we go. I'm so used to end game build me that I have to remember that I'm starting new. I cannot be doing the things that I do endgame wise when I'm a complete destructive force.
On it.
Charm of Still Walders.
As you wish.
It's probably... Yep, there's some.
Let's get started. You had it coming.
I catch myself doing that for Skyrim when I start a new build. It's easy to forget you're no longer a god at first. Yes, very, very much so. Because trust me, the power that I have by the end of this game is nothing to sneeze at.
We'll need another way into the phylactery chamber. Let's explore the repository.
I've been debating on going back and playing Skyrim as well. But if I do, I would have to uninstall a few mods if I were to stream it. Blackened Heartwood Staff. Still tier 1. Armor penetration. Ooh, +1 damage and 2 spell power. So Dragon Age is truly amazing.
Wow,
with
that old
just
wall's about to come down any moment.
Dragon Age is truly astounding with all the lore within it.
There's something odd about that statue.
Wonder who this statue is.
Greetings.
Maker's breath, did it just say something?
I am the essence and spirit of Eleni Zenobia, once consort and advisor to Archon Valerius. Prophecy my crime, cursed to stone for foretelling the fall of my lord's house.
Archon Valerius?
I'm not sure. The Archons were the lords of the Imperium.
Forever shall you stand on the threshold of my proud fortress, he said, and tell your lies to all who pass. But my lord found death at the hands of his enemies, and his once proud fortress crumbled to dust, as I foretold.
A Tevinter statue. Don't listen to it. The Tevinter lords dabbled in many forbidden arts. This is a wicked thing.
How did a Tevinter statue get here?
It must have been here for years. Look at the dust. I feel a little sorry for it.
Weep not for me, child. Stone they made me, and stone I am, eternal and unfeeling. And I shall endure till the Maker returns to light their fires again.
Do you need help?
No help can be given me, for this is my doom and my destiny.
Ambiguous rubbish. It could mean anything. I can do it too. The sun grows dark, but lo, here comes the dawn.
Stop talking to it. Please, both of you.
Yes, we have much to do.
Come on, Jowan. Let's go.
Or stream it with mods. If you do it with enough BDE, the staff would probably be too afraid to even do anything about your channel. Well, some of my mods I will acknowledge are sexual, so I would just prefer to not have those on. But other mods I'm perfectly fine with, such as the graphics mod, being able to adopt all the children mod. Love Jowan's sassiness there. Yes, very much so. Alright. Well, here we are.
Right. Why does the Circle keep so many Tevinter artifacts in storage?
It's history, Lily. And it's fascinating.
Can't imagine what this does, though.
I've seen pictures of things like this. They amplify any spell cast into them. I bet we could use this to break into the phylactery chamber.
I suppose we could amplify the rod's power.
See where the mortar might be decaying behind that bookcase? Let's take a closer look.
Understandable. Yes, very much so. So those would be the ones I would uninstall.
It should be pretty easy to get this out of the way.
You'll have to help me then.
If we work together, we can shift it. Come on. Now we just need to find a way to get through this wall. Use this with the rod. I'm sure it'll work. Hurry, the clock's ticking.
Ooh.
This is the phylactery chamber. It worked.
Any guards?
We must find Jowan's phylactery, quickly.
It's a pity they've taken mine to Dinnerham.
Would you destroy yours too if it were here?
Of course.
You still can. I don't think they'd be able to catch you once you're out of here. You'd know how to evade them. You're clever, not like me.
Let's just find my phylactery.
So the Tevinter was conveniently placed in front of the wall leading to a staircase. Lovely. Yes, so that little statue was. Although, interestingly enough, it doesn't look Tevinter in nature. It looks more like the elvish... Looks more like the elvish, Why do you always target me? As I was trying to say, it looks more elvish in origin, so... But that could just be reusing assets. And as you saw, everyone knows I am a powerful being to deal with even now, so they hunt me down. Which is not fun. Iced band, that might be useful. Enchanter's cowl. Robes, mage robes, leather boots, Spheromentalist. And please excuse some of the OP stuff I have already. You know, DLC games, New Game Plus, all that fun stuff. I think I'm going to go ahead and take... Can I take all of it? Oh no! Just notice the game renders your character in cutscene without the headdress. Yes, I did actually make it that way, though. Can I just rob these poor guys blind? I've never done that before. Oh no. Jowan, Lily, I'm sorry. But I'll get so much gold with your stuff. Just stay in the back. Let me save before... So yes, I chose to have it render without the headdress. You can see Jowan's phylactery in the corner of the space. Oh no!
That's my phylactery! You found it! I can't believe this tiny vial stands between me and freedom. So fragile. So easy just to be rid of it. To end its hold over me.
I didn't realize that it would...
Free.
I didn't realize that it would just put them in the cutscenes without their clothes on. Let us move on.
I do not want to stay here a moment longer.
I'm so sorry, guys. Just stay behind me. Oh no, will it also load up that big cutscene with them like this too? Oh, I feel bad. The character's just staring at me. Maybe I should just put the cheapest. They're only gonna be here a moment longer. It'll be fine, just ignore it. I've never done this before, but just ignore it. Everything's fine. There's nothing wrong. Everything's good.
This should be easy enough.
We did it! I can't
Oh
believe
no, it did
Thank
load
you.
him without the
We could
clothes.
never have-
No!
So what you said was true.
This looks even worse. I assure you, this isn't what it looks like.
An initiate conspiring with a blood mage. I'm disappointed, Lily. She seems shocked, but fully in control of her own mind. Not a thrall of the blood mage, then. You were right, Irving. The initiate has betrayed us. The Chantry will not let this go unpunished. And this one. Newly a mage and already flouting the rules of the circle.
It's not her fault. This was my idea.
She is here under my orders, Gregor. I take full responsibility for her actions.
Wait, you led us into a trap?
I had no choice.
Don't you dare speak to me.
Enough! As Knight Commander of the Templars here assembled, I sentence this blood mage to death. And this initiate has scorned the Chantry and her vows. Take
Oh
her
goodness,
to
excuse
Aenar.
me.
The Mage's prison. No. Please, no. Not there.
No! I won't let you touch her!
Thank you, Flying Trolley.
By the Maker. Blood magic. How could you? You said you
I
never.
admit, I dabbled. I thought it would make me a better mage.
Blood magic is evil, Jowan. It corrupts people, changes them.
I'm going to give it up. All magic. I just want to be with you, Lily. Please come with me.
I trusted you. I was ready to sacrifice everything for you. I don't know who you are, Blood Mage. Stay away from me.
Are you all right? Where's Gregor?
I knew it. Blood magic. To overcome so many. I never thought him capable of such power.
Jowan said he wasn't a blood mage.
None of us expected this. Are you all right, Gregor?
As good as can be expected given the circumstances. If you had let me act sooner, this would not have happened. Now we have a blood mage on the loose and no way to track him down.
He couldn't have gone far. You can still capture him. LOL, two people walking out of a forbidden womb wearing nothing but their underwear. Is this part of your plotting, Faye? I did not realize it would do that. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the bless you. And wait, where did Jowan grab the knife from? Which one? It was from his loincloth. No. Wait, Jowan's knife had no sheath. Oh, even worse, that he was hiding it in his loincloth. The knife had no sheath.
Believe me, we will use our every resource. Where is the girl?
I am here, sir.
I'm so
Help the
sorry,
blood
Lily.
mage. Look at all he's hurt.
She did it for love.
Save your breath. I can speak for myself. Knight Commander, I was wrong. I was accomplice to a blood mage. I will accept whatever punishment you see fit. Even Aenar.
Get her out of my sight. And you. You were in a repository full of magics that are locked away for a reason.
Did you take anything important from the repository?
Oh. You should have taken Jowen's loincloth. That thing must be the toughest piece of equipment in the game for enduring the knife for so long. Yes, this staff. You can have it back if you like.
Huh. Some honesty, at last. But your antics have made a mockery of this circle. What are we to do with you?
Nothing. I was just doing as I was told.
As I said, she was working under my orders.
And this improves the situation? The phylactery chamber is forbidden to all save you and me.
I had my reasons.
You're not all-knowing, Irving. You don't know how much influence the Blood Mage might have had. How are we to deal with this?
Knight Commander, if I may, I'm not only looking for mages to join the King's army, I'm also recruiting for the Grey Wardens. Irving spoke highly of this mage, and I would like her to join the Warden ranks.
What? You've promised him a new Grey Warden?
She has served the Circle well. She would make an excellent Grey Warden.
We look for dedication in our recruits. Fighting the Darkspawn requires such dedication, often at the expense of all else.
I object. You say she operated under your instructions, Irving. But I do not trust her. I must investigate this issue, and I will not release this mage to the Grey Warden.
So, I forgot to mention the Grey Wardens. So, at the very beginning of this, you saw that there was a huge battle involving what is called Darkspawn. So they're not quite zombies, but let's just call them zombies for now. They spread a blight all throughout the world, and there have been a couple of blights in which the Grey Wardens had been able to negate before, but a new one is starting up. And the issue is that only a Grey Warden can truly stop the blight, because they are the only ones that are able to actually stop the Archdemon leading them all. So, as you see, the Circle and the Chantry do not want to release any sort of power that the mages have out of their grasp. So, as you can see, Gregor is not happy. If the Grey Wardens will have me, I will gladly go.
Rhaegar, mages are needed. This mage is needed. Worse things plague this world than blood mages. You know that. I take this young mage under my wing and bear all responsibility for her actions.
This mage does not deserve a place in the Order.
Why? Do we not reward service? This mage has served the Circle well. You have an opportunity few even dream of. Do not squander it.
So, as you may guess, once a mage is found, usually with childhood, they're brought to the Circle and they never leave, unless under very specific circumstances. They're expected to live and die within the Circle. So, being essentially released of the Circle is something that no one in the Chantry wants. What lies in store for me?
We must make our way to Ostagar, where the King's army is camped. You will be initiated there. I will explain more when the time comes.
Thank you for everything, First Enchanter.
Come. Your new life awaits.
Oh wait, now that I think about it, I don't think the big battle has happened yet. So you'll be able to catch that in the future.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kalen, I didn't expect
A royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is she?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name?
Oh, congrats on the thievery. I admitted to borrowing that staff and returned it. The controversy, and the new career path. Well, thank you. I am Faeneth, Your Majesty.
Pleased to meet you. The Grey Wardens are desperate to bolster their numbers, and I, for one, am glad to help them. I understand you hail from the Circle of Magi. I trust you have some spells to help us in the coming battle.
I will do my best, of course.
Excellent. We have too few mages here. Another is always welcome. Allow me to be the first to welcome you to Ostagar. The Wardens will benefit greatly with you in their ranks.
Oh, I had already forgotten that I took their clothes. Whoops. Hey, they gave it to me willingly, I assume. I mean... Oh, I can't believe that. The Wardens will greatly benefit in your ranks. You're too kind, Your Majesty.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
You sound very confident of that.
Overconfident, some would say. Right, Duncan?
Your Majesty, I'm not certain the Blight can be ended quite as quickly as you might wish.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
Yet you don't sound very reassured.
Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
Why not? He seems to regard the Grey Wardens highly.
Yet not enough to wait for reinforcements from the Grey Wardens of Orlais. He believes our legend alone makes him invulnerable. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can, and look to turn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
What do you need me to do?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
So, as for the clipping and the weirdness of my... Ooh, that's... well, didn't expect for that grandiose music to play. As I was gonna say, the hair that I have on is modded into the game, so that's why it doesn't quite properly fit my character and it clips in certain things. It's because it was added in. This game looks good though. It does, especially for how old it is. It's truly astounding. And while I have a moment, I'm going to grab some headache relief and use the restroom real quick. So, BRB. I'll be right back, guys. Think of it as an intermission. Okay, I am back. Oh, you picking me up? There I am. Alright, I am back. Thank you so much for that. Sorry. I have contacts in, so I'm still getting used to them since I only just got them yesterday. I used to wear contacts for a long time, but I stopped for a good bit, but it helps with the VTubing thing for everything to catch properly. So.
Hail, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought. This place hasn't seen such bustle in centuries, I'll wager. Need a hand getting anywhere?
Tell me more about Ostagar.
Used to be a fortress long time ago, so I understand. Back in the days when the Wilders used to invade the lowlands. You were just on the eastern side of the ruin. The Tower of Ishal is there, but Tairn Logains closed it off until the battle. This side is the King's camp. We've got the Grey Wardens here, the Circle of Magi, the Chantry. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting somebody important.
Is there anywhere to get supplies?
Quartermaster, he's just a bit to the northwest.
Do I hear dogs barking?
This is Ferelden, isn't it? The king has his kennels on the west side of camp. Stinks from all the hounds. These aren't cute puppies, though. Some of those dogs bite the darkspawn and get too much of that blood in them. It's like poison. Slow, painful death. Terrible.
The Circle of Magi is here?
A few mages, yes. They even brought those creepy quiet fellows, the Tranquil. Gives me the shivers when they talk, all cold and even. They're to the north of here, bunched up with a herd of Templars glaring at them. Can't miss it.
Where is the king?
Probably in his tent. He and Tairn Loghain are on the southwest side of the camp. The king likes to spend time with his soldiers, though. Sometimes even without his bodyguard. Drives Tairn Loghain wild, that does. Go on, then.
Where is Duncan's tent?
Not far. It's straight ahead, just past the royal encampment. Most of your fellas are in the valley with the army, but the recruits seem to be staying up here for now.
I'm looking for a Grey Warden named Alistair.
Try heading north. I think he was sent with a message to the mages.
Okay, I'll be on my way.
Good luck to you then.
So the cool thing about this game in Dragon Age is that every single choice that you make, or maybe not every single one, but a good portion of them, actually truly affects affects how the world is going to be in the future. And not only within this game and an epilogue that they give you, but even your choices affect how things go in future games. So you can see the choices that you make play out even in the even in Dragon Age Inquisition. So it's always nice to be mindful of all that.
So the mages must not be interrupted. Their spirits are in the Fade.
When will they return?
I am not privy to such knowledge, and, I suspect, neither are you. Regardless, they are not to be disturbed. Not even by Grey Wardens.
Okay, as you wish. That sounds so cool. It truly is. And I will always recommend exploring every single nook and cranny of these games, because you'll come across all sorts of little quests and things like that that may not necessarily be that important to the story, but it really helps flesh out the world.
Greetings. King Kalen is not in his tent right now?
Tell me about the king. You must see him a lot.
I suppose I do, though he's spending most of his time with the Grey Wardens. He rides with them wherever they go, in fact. Tairn Loghain sees the king whenever he can and argues with him over coming battles, but the king just waves him off. The king wants to end the Blight with a single huge battle the bards will sing of for centuries. Do you think that's possible?
We'll see in the coming battle.
That's how the Tairn feels. He'll do what the king wants in the end, though. The king thought it was funny that Tairn called him reckless, and they fought about the queen.
The queen? Do they fight often?
More than usual lately. Good thing the Tairn's the only one who can speak to the king like that.
I should go.
As you wish. You approach the tent of Tairn Loghain. State your business.
Tell me about him.
How can you not know of Loghain? He helped free Ferelden. He was the brains behind King Maric's armies and drove out those damned Orlesians. King Maric rewarded him by making him a Tairn. Can you imagine? A commoner became a high nobleman just like that. Without Loghain, you can bet the king wouldn't be winning against these Darkspawn.
Is the Tairn inside? What is he doing?
He's inside, but I don't think it's my place to discuss his activities.
Persuade. Surely you can tell me a little about him.
I suppose, as long as we talk quietly. He and the king have been arguing for days. The Tairn's known the king since he was swaddled, so they don't stand on ceremony. The Tairn speaks his mind, and the king yells right back. Personally, I think the king should do what Tairn Loghain tells him. Without the Tairn, we wouldn't be doing as well here as we are.
I should go.
Very well.
So, to kind of help you understand, Ferelden, you can think of it kind of like loosely in England or something like that. But Orlesian, or the Elysians, is what you would maybe consider more French-inspired. So, there's a big joke within that. But there's a few other places that are also peppered in that have influences from other places. But for now, Ferelden, consider it England or something like that. Or, and the Orlesians is French. Ooh, nice, yes.
This isn't good. I'd hate to waste such a promising member of the breed. Are you the new warden? I could use some help.
What's going on?
This is a Mabari, smart breed and strong. His owner died in the last battle, and the poor hound swallowed darkspawn blood. I have medicine that might help, but I need him muzzled first.
I could give it a shot.
Go in the pen and let him smell you. We'll know right away if he'll respond. Let's hope this works. I'd really hate to have to put him down.
Huh, my options are put the muzzle on the dog, leave, and kill the dog.
Well done. Now I can treat the dog properly, poor fella. Come to think of it, are you heading into the wilds anytime soon?
Yes, there was an option to kill the dog. Come to think of it, are you heading into the wilds anytime soon? I might be. Why?
There's a particular herb I could use to improve the dog's chances. It's a flower that grows in the swamps here, if I remember. If you happen across it, I could use it. It's very distinctive, all white with a blood-red center.
I'll see if I can find one.
Good. In the meantime, I'll begin treating our poor friend.
No, boy.
If you have business with the Ash Warriors,
What's your
I
name?
suggest you speak to our commander.
It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Turn Logain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Oh, and yes, there's also racial tension amongst all this, too. So the elves were once a powerful and noble race that ruled over everything, but the humans infected their longevity, and now they're barely clasping onto the ancient knowledge and stories that they once held. And so, unfortunately, there are also slaves, along with people who had been able to stay away from slavery, called the Dalish. But that poor guy seemed like he might be a slave.
What do you need? You haven't brought more instructions from the town, I hope.
Do you talk to everyone like that? More instructions?
Turn Logain has changed our scouting route a dozen times. If you're not from the town, what do you want? We're busy.
You don't look like the other soldiers in the army.
We aren't. We're Ash Warriors.
What is an Ash Warrior?
Our training has been passed down since Lathias the Dwarf son first harnessed the battle rage of the dwarves. It is an old tale.
What does an Ash Warrior do?
We harness the rage inside us, nurture it, and draw it out so we cannot fall in battle until our last foe is slain. It is a dwarven discipline, but we've adapted it to let us fight alongside our hounds. That is our way. I trust my hound with my life, as he trusts me with his.
Why have you painted your dogs?
They use scent to distinguish us from our enemies, but the blood of battle can confuse them. So we paint ourselves with Caddis, which overpowers the blood, and also paint our hounds so they know we are the same.
What if the enemy is painted as well?
Why? Would you steal our Caddis and give it to the Darkspawn hordes?
Absolutely not.
Good. I hear death is unpleasant.
I should be going.
My thanks. There is hunting to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
Ah, yes, nothing like dealing with racial tension and microaggressions. You will see a little bit of that. Now, in the beginning of the game, I was able to choose between male and female, but also between the different races. So there was human, elf, and dwarf that I could choose from. And in choosing that, there are different storylines, essentially in the beginning of the game, that I will get to play through. As a human mage, or as a human woman, I essentially wanted to be a mage, and so I was forced into the Circle of Magi. But there's also warriors and the rogues. And they also give you different storylines to play through in the beginning. Have none of the... No, I don't think they have.
May the Maker preserve us all. They say the Darkspawn horde has grown larger.
Elf fruit.
Hail. You're one of Duncan's new recruits, correct? I can't let you through to the Korkari Wilds until he gives the word.
I should go.
Take care.
Hello? I'm sorry, is there something you needed?
No, I just wanted to talk.
You want to talk to me? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Not that I know of.
Oh, that's a relief. I'm one of the king's servants, which means I run messages around and make deliveries all day long. If you fall behind, you get the switch from the quartermaster. Oh, I wish I were back at the palace. There are far more places to hide. I better go. If the quartermaster sees me chatting, he'll think I'm being lazy, and that'll be my hide. But it was nice talking to someone.
Poor guy.
I can feel it inside me.
In the name of Andraste, I bless you today. May you find favor in the Maker's eyes. So let it be. You may not want to remain here long, Warden. Most of these men have been tainted by the Darkspawn blood.
You need to convince them. We've got to run. The Darkspawn are coming.
Why do you say that?
I saw them. We're gonna die.
I apologize, Warden. He's been like this ever since they found him in the wilds.
Is it possible that he has important information?
The commander who brought him here didn't seem to think so.
You can feel it, can't you? They taint the land, turn it black and sick. Oh, you can feel it inside. They'll come out of that forest and spread. Like caterpillars covering a tree. They'll swallow us whole.
That's quite enough out of you. You need to calm yourself, my good man.
They were everywhere. I saw them.
Poor guy. Oh, hello, Chirpy Burby. Thank you for coming in. Yes, Dragon Age. I love it so much, too.
Are you to fight under the other Grey Wardens? I hope to be under the king.
I heard there was a giant bear darkspawn with fangs as big as your arm.
Hail to you.
Greetings. You must be the third recruit we've heard about.
Oh, I am. Who are you?
Sir Jury is my name. I hail from Redcliffe, where I served as knight under the command of Arl Aemon. I was not aware they permitted women to join the Grey Wardens. None of those I've seen thus far have been.
Perhaps they saved the best for last.
You obviously impressed Duncan, and that's enough for me. I hope we're both lucky enough to eventually join the Wardens. Is it not thrilling to be given that chance?
I'm curious about the joining ritual.
As am I. Has anyone told you about it?
Sir. So they use sir as kind of like a sir and ma'am. It's a big secret, apparently.
I never heard of such a ritual. I had no idea there were more tests after getting recruited. I suppose since you're finally here, I'd best get back to Duncan. I shall see you there.
The Orlesian Grey Wardens would be a great support in the coming battle.
Ah, I suspect you are one of the new Grey Wardens. Will you accept the Maker's blessing?
Not really, but sure.
Then I bless you, Grey Warden, in the name of Andraste and the Maker above. May the chant of light carry your name to the ears of our Lord.
You make me want to replay it again. And also Inquisition. So that's actually what I'm planning to do. in excitement for Dreadwolf and all the information I've been hearing about it, I want to play through them all again.
Why do the Darkspawn not parley with the king? They just mindlessly throw themselves to their deaths upon our blades.
I can't wait to
This
meet.
should be easy enough.
Oh no, it's locked. Oh.
Huh. Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't suppose you've come to sentence me.
No, I haven't.
I don't suppose you have a bit of kindness in you. All I want is food and water. They haven't fed me since I was locked up and I'm starving.
Tell me why you're in there first. No, that's horrible. Why haven't they fed you?
I expect nobody thought of it with all the battles and such.
Tell me why you're in there.
I'm a deserter. Or so they think. I bet there's no arguing them out of it, though. Armies are funny that way.
Did you?
I wasn't deserting. But when you catch someone sneaking around camp in the middle of the night, what else are you gonna think? Does it matter? All I want is a bit of food and water.
If you weren't deserting, why sneak around the camp?
Oh, I would have deserted eventually. Just not then. I was stealing, not sneaking out of the camp. I got one of those wizards drunk and took his key. It belongs to a chest they got here, full of magical treasures. In fact, I still have it. I can't use it from here, but I'd trade you for some food and water.
I'll see what I can do.
Just ask my guard for his. He's still got some dinner. I saw him put it in his coat.
Stinky bloody man.
Lucky dog. You Grey Wardens get to ride with the king while I'm left with the drudgery of guarding this deserter. They should have just hanged him. Put his head on a pike as an example.
Yeah. What did he do?
They say he was recruited before the war up in Dinnerham. Probably figured he'd never have to fight if he served the king, right?
I also put my meals in my pockets. I think I still have them. I had a chat with him, actually.
Don't expect it was an enlightening conversation.
He asked for some food and water.
Did he now? Since nobody sends me nothing to feed him with, the only way we'll get that is if I give him mine.
Persuade. So you miss one meal. This man could be hanged soon.
All right, all right. I guess the poor fella could stand to have one meal in his belly before he hangs. Don't know why you care. I had nothing to do with it, though. If anyone asks why he's burping, I'm gonna say it was you. Just so you know.
So? Brought me some food, have you? I'm so hungry I could faint dead away.
Here's the food.
Much obliged. May Andraste herself rain blessings upon you. And, as I mentioned, here's the key. Use it in good health, huh?
Poor guy. I don't know if there's a way I can release him. Imagine if you just ran off with the food and give. That would be so sad. Was it this one?
Let's get started.
Nope. Ah, sadly, I am not a rogue. I can't unlock things.
Life is fleeting, you know. That pretty face could be decorating some darkspawn spear this time tomorrow.
Wow, dude. At least you have magic. Why can't mages just blow up the chests? You would think.
Well, you're not what I thought you'd be.
What did you think I'd be?
Not a woman, yet here you are. The name's Davith. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they cooked this ritual up just for our benefit.
What do you know about this ritual?
I happened to be sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Grey Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds.
The wilds?
We're right on the northern edge of the Kukari Wilds here, miles and miles of savage country. My home village isn't far, and I grew up on tales about the wilds. Even been in there a few times. Scary place.
Why would they... I doubt they would send us into pointless danger.
Then why do the Grey Wardens only recruit folks who can fight? Or are you their first basket weaver? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice.
They're forcing you to be here? I'll watch your back if you watch mine.
Oh, I'll watch your back.
I walked right into that one. You're a charmer, I see.
That's me. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
I walked right into that. Can't believe that. You are the terrible one whipping the poor guy.
Have you seen an elf running about? Young woman, red hair, carrying a suit of chain.
No.
Blast it. Where did she go? That suit better be patched up when she gets back, or by the maker up. No, pardon my manners. My troubles are no concern of yours, I'm sure. I'm the quartermaster. Did you come for supplies?
What kind of supplies do you have? Let me see what you have.
Let me know what you'd like.
Yo, I want to wear a suit of chain. Yeah, nothing like some chainmail. Oh, and Chirpy Burby, you missed it. I accidentally... I didn't realize that people could essentially be in the nude for cutscenes. Oh, poor Joanne and Lily. I don't need these. Don't need these. Accidentally tried to make more money by undressing two allies. Yes, make them fight. Well, it was the last battle, and I didn't think that it would actually undress them. I just thought it would be nice and convenient to have a little bit more gold, because there's something in the future that I was thinking of. It makes a great distraction, yes. I suppose that's a way of looking at it. I'll sell these. Backpack, yes. Always need more of the backpack. Let's see. Don't really need those. Anything else? Let's look at greatsword, magic staff. Of course they don't have anything for magic users. Requires strength. I don't think I have any gloves. That might be useful to get. Scale armor. Do I really want to spend money on it though? Leather, gloves, rough. Can't do that. Fatigue. They're the same, so I'll buy one. Oh no, I sold my weapon too. I did not... mean for that to
Hello
happen.
again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps?
Yes, could you, give
Let
me
know what
back
you'd like.
one of those staves I accidentally sold you? I need it. I need one of them back. Thank you. There we are.
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps?
Nope.
May her be with you in the coming battle, friend.
Watch this be a staff that I could get.
Welcome, young woman.
Who are you?
Do you not recognize my brand, good mage? I am one of the Tranquil. I create and oversee the enchantment of weapons and armor for the king's forces here at Ostagar. It is a time-consuming process, but invaluable. Enchantment provides the circle its wealth. Certainly we would not get by on charity.
What is enchantment exactly?
It is the practice of folding magical lyrium into items first practiced by the dwarves. The Tranquil have learned their runes, and we use them to apply a variety of magical effects. We create the glow lights, as well as the magic staff, or the flaming blade. The irony, perhaps, is that it is our very disconnection to our former talents that allows the Tranquil to work with lyrium so. A true mage could not. Runes exist that hold the power of the elements that increase strength or swiftness. Almost any spell can be given permanency, given enough skill and lyrium. Naturally, the greater the power required, the more expensive the rune will become to create. True power comes with a price, as we know only too well. Goodbye.
Can I?
That course of action is inadvisable.
Alright, yes sir. I'll wait till it's night. So let me go this way. Let me just snoop everywhere for everything.
Well met.
Oh, is this the woman? Ah.
Did you need something?
Oh, no sir, I guess not. So, Chirpy Burby, since you've played this game before, is there a specific spouse that you're quite fond of in Origins? I certainly have my own, and I know that I'm not picking anyone else. That's Alistair. I'll go later. Forgot to mention how nice the voice acting is. Yes, it is really nice. I love Morrigan, honestly. Morrigan is quite something, isn't she? I've never, romanced her.
Good folk of Ferelden, and we contemplate the death that may await. Death is no failure, my friends. Should it find you, you will not have failed your king. You will have served your maker. Die in this battle, and when you stand before the Maker in the land beyond the Fade, he shall not find you wanting. Go not into death gladly, but with the knowledge that evil has been held at bay by your spilled blood. And if you go to stand beside the Maker, go with our blessing, for you shall not be forgotten. My friends, let us bow our heads and remember those who have fallen and those who have yet to fall.
Lovely. What is your favorite spell, Faye? I know you're making a joke there, but I'm really fond of the different electricity spells. But I have romanced Alistair. Don't be upset at me, Trippy Burby, but I find Alistair... Ooh, I want that spell. Yes, there's lots of magic spells or a lot of electricity spells. So I would say that I really love Tempest. These are really, really nice. But so is Fireball for far away. But as for like non-attacking, Crushing Prison and also Virulent Walking Bomb is really nice for kind of keeping things at bay. Shocking, I do love the style of electric type spells. Me too. But yes, I just find Alistair boring. Honestly, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with Alistair. Most of the time I want to wrestle him. He's very much like a puppy. He's the type of person I would refer to as a puppy.
What do we have here? I heard the new Grey Warden recruit was from the Circle. I don't believe we've met, but I've certainly heard a lot about your talent. My name is Wynne, and I congratulate you on your harrowing, marvelous work. The Fade is a dangerous place.
It wasn't that difficult.
Oh ho, you know all there is to know already, do you? Irving said as much about you. Remarkable self-confidence. So, a Grey Warden, fighting alongside the King. Not too shabby for someone just out of apprenticeship?
I hope I don't disappoint anyone.
Child, you have been taught well. Use what you know, and have faith in yourself. Mages have always been pivotal in the fight against the Darkspawn. Perhaps you'll be the one to turn the tide this time.
Have you faced the Darkspawn before?
Stragglers, yes. Not the vast horde the scouts speak of. I wonder, how much do you know of the connection between Darkspawn and the Fade?
Oh, you're going to... Okay. I know the Fade is where you go when you dream.
Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade. It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City.
I've heard of that.
Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
I've heard that story before.
It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now.
At least it is something to ponder.
Yes, occasionally it's wise to contemplate one's actions. But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
Watch over Ferelden, the homeland of...
You're valid. Thank you. Of all the companions in the entire Dragon Age games, I like Iron Bull the most in romance. I've never romanced Iron Bull. He's interesting, but I actually preferred, the Qunari, that's not Iron Bull. So, like Stin, he was really fun. And I always go out of my way to get to Kadan level with him. And there's also the Arashok in 2. He was very fun, although, you know, unfortunate as to what happens, but I do what I must. Can you guess who my favorite, or at least in Dragon Age Origins, is? Oh, Stin, my friend also loves him. And also, what's that other dude? The Arashok. So, in Dragon Age 2, there's the Sevran. What makes you say that?
This wretched thing is a Darkspawn. They're strong and cunning and smart, but don't listen to those old wives' tales. They can be killed. Stick them with your sword enough, and they go down. Their blood is black as sin and poisonous. Don't even touch it. You get tainted with that blood, and you may as well slit your throat. We've lost many dogs already. Had to muzzle them to keep them from biting. It's a long and painful way to die.
What makes you say Zevran, though? Oh, I meant my friend loves Zevran. But also he is much flirty. Yes. Stin. So Stin is the Kunari that we meet in here. The Arishok is in 2. He's essentially the Kunari leader that we meet. And Zevran. Oh, Zevran. You okay, honey?
Hello again. You need something now?
What do you mean?
I deliver messages around the camp. You have a message for me?
No, sorry to bother you.
That's all right.
Oh, I love Zevran so much.
Blessed art thou who exists in the sight of the Maker.
He is truly the best. In my opinion, my humble opinion, he is the best. And you see, I'm not really always that big about very flirty characters, but he is just, like, once you get past his walls that he puts up, oh my gosh.
You believe that?
I don't know what to believe. We've won every battle, but there's more of them each time.
Makes you wonder if them Grey Wardens are right.
I don't want to think about that.
Sounds like the perfect time to get drunk, if you ask me.
Oh, he's very suave. Oh, I don't think I've ever romanced him. Well, my dear, if you watch through my playthrough, you will definitely see romancing on my end to him. Oh, Zevran, oh my gosh, he is just wonderful, astounding. I could just...
Different kinds. We're getting reports of things we've never even heard of.
I could sing you praises of him. I keep going brr Morgan because of her ruthlessness and sass. It's very ooh. So don't worry, my dear. You'll definitely get to see a Zevran romance from me. I think you might enjoy him too. Zevran. Let me just say this. He definitely puts up a good facade, but if you truly get to know him, oh, he is just perfect. Alright, I'll speak to you, Alistair.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
Yes, Flying Trolley, they do.
One good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
You are a very strange man.
You're not the first woman to tell me that. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage?
I am indeed a mage.
Really? You don't look like a mage. That is... I mean... How interesting. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit from the Circle of Magi. I should have recognized you right away. I apologize.
How could you recognize me?
Duncan sent word. He spoke quite highly of you. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Alistair, the new Grey Warden. Though I guess you knew that. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
It's a pleased to meet you. My name is Faeneth.
Right, that was the name. You know, it just occurred to me that there have never been many women in the Grey Wardens. I wonder why that is.
Probably because we're too smart for you?
True, but if you're here, what does that make you?
Unlucky.
Ouch. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
I like making Alistair sad with all my choices. LOL, kid him. Anyway, whenever you're ready, let's head back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started. Okay. That argument I saw, what was it about?
With the mage. The circle is here at the king's request, and the chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
Hey, Cap. You were a mage hunter?
Not that that's all Templars do, but yes, the chantry raised me until Duncan recruited me 6 months ago. I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
What about the other recruits?
Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them?
Yes, I've met both.
That makes things easy then. They'll both be back with Duncan by now.
I look forward to traveling with you.
You do? Huh, that's a switch.
I'm
If you have
being
any
polite,
questions, let me
don't
know.
read into it.
Otherwise, lead on.
I'm being polite, sir. Don't read into it. He's so fun to bully too. Alright, give me one moment. I realized that I haven't yet ordered my food, so I need to do that real quick. Because I made food yesterday, and I made pumpkin bread today, but I've already eaten the pumpkin bread, so I will just order some food real quick, and then I won't have to worry about dinner. And then I can continue packing once I'm done, so everything will be set in order, all nice and easy for me. Just need to do a big tip. And right. Sorry about the distraction. As said before, I forgot that food is a thing that I should worry about. Thinking about those locked chests is exactly why I always change it back to a rogue, just so I can hoard once again. Yes, very, very much so. So I always choose mage, just because it's right for me. But all of the missing chests that just tease and taunt me with their just being there-ness is certainly something that makes me consider it. But I just love being a mage far too much. Huh? Here we go. I always greatly appreciate the little things that they do, such as being able to hear your companions moving right behind you. It's always so nice to have that and not have to worry about whether or not they're following you. I'll be back for you later. Alright.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
You're right, Duncan. I apologize.
Put that boy in his place.
Since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Kokari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
And what's the second task?
There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
What kind of scrolls are these?
Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with.
How will we find this archive?
It will be an overgrown ruin by now, but the sealed chest should remain intact. Alistair will guide you to the area you need to search.
Okay. And what if they are no longer there?
It's possible the scrolls may have been destroyed or even stolen, though the seal's magic should have protected them. Only a Grey Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true.
Is this part of our joining too?
No, but the effort must be made. I have every confidence you are up to the task.
Note how he speaks to me, other recruits, and not you. Find the archive and 3 vials of blood. Understood.
Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Okay. And now I get to be the lead of my own reverse harem that I do not wish to have. Come along, boys. I will lead you to safety. Or rather, into the depths of danger, but I will get you through it safely.
This should be easy enough.
Hail! I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
Never enter battle with your bare hands. Of course. There we go. Oh, there goes Game Crazy. Oh, I see the wolves. I see them. Come on, boys.
This should be easy enough.
Little wolf, I don't want to do that.
Right to the face!
Is it just me? I actually think
I didn't warn you!
See, even the wolves know who they need to be afraid of. They completely ignore all of them and come straight to me. I'm sorry, babies.
That would make an interesting pet. Let's get started. As you wish. Let's get started. On your guard.
You good, guys? Once again, I do feel a little bad that friendly fire is on, but can I really be put to blame if they walk into my cone of fire? Oh. Ooh. There's a whole encampment up there. The missionary. You found a corpse near the entrance to the Kakari Wilds. The letter on the corpse detailed a path through the wilds that should lead to a place where the deceased is meant to meet his father. Consult the note A Letter to Jogby for more info. I want to get to the codex, please. My dearest son, it pleases me that you wish to follow in my footsteps and bring the Maker's word to the unenlightened. I wish you had chosen a less dangerous place to do so. Apologies for leaving early for the wild, son, but I wanted to set up camp and get things started. The chastened respect one with survival skills in the wilds, so I hoped to get a grip on that before you arrived, and maybe establish an agreement with the local tribe so that we can have friends when you came. When you reach the wilds, you'll find it difficult to navigate. I've listed certain landmarks below. If you follow them, they will lead you to the location I've scouted out, where I've left you some supplies. If you're lost, try to go back to that spot and I'll find you. The landmarks are as follows, beginning with the entrance of the wilds to Ostagar. Look for a tree leaning on a ruined building. Pass under a fallen tree bridge. Pass a submerged tower on the right. Look between a high ruined arch and a mossy standing stone. Walk along a path of roots and stones. Look for 2 large statues with a chest between them. There you will find our meeting point. I love you, Jogby, my son. I hope to see you soon. Your father, Rigby. I see there's a naming theme within the family. Okay, can't go that way. And that leads to the way out. Can I go here? Nope. Let me fix something real quick. Okay.
Over here.
Oh.
Who is that? Grey Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by Darkspawn. They came out of the ground. Please help me. I've got to return to camp.
We can take him back.
If you just bandage me up, I can get back myself.
I have bandages in my pack.
Thank you. I've got to get out of here.
Poor guy.
Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Calm down, Sir Jory. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed.
Groans, but in
How many
italic.
Darkspawn can the 4 of us slay? A dozen? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
There are Darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the Horde.
How do you know? I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless.
I'm
We
not
should
a
go back.
blank, but overcoming these dangers is part of our test.
That's true.
Know this. All Grey Wardens can sense Darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might die, but we'll be warned about it first.
That is reassuring.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make this easy, however. So let's get a move on.
Not the cow. Loving their interaction so far. Yes, there's a whole lot of personality. Game crazy run! A whole lot of personality put into. You see, I am a very smart and seasoned gamer. I look well ahead, and I see when there is danger ahead. Do y'all see that up there? The guy standing on top of the ridge? So I'm gonna go this way to snoop around things over here. Can't go anywhere that way. Alright, guess we have to meet the guy. I'm going to save while I am thinking of it. When the rendering rage gives you divine foresight. Yes, very much. Just consider it paying attention to your surroundings. Whereas these guys aren't, you, the player, are. See? But this is what I'm after. So now we can help the puppy.
As you wish. Only one shall stand. Let's make this quick, shall we?
Ah yes, the character player's overpowered ability. Common situational awareness. And finally, these guys did what they were supposed to do. Go forward and let the mage hang back. As you probably saw, they still tried, the ones that weren't archers at least, still tried to come after me in particular and ignore the guys with swords in front of them. Because they know I am the one that is actually a threat to them. There's more up there. Are you trying to imply that the mage in a dress is not supposed to be the tank of the party? Not yet. Not at this moment, no. And it's a robe. Gin locks. If you remember, this tree was a part of the info. Stealing your friend's clothing does not make you a rogue, methinks. No, unfortunately not. I saw more over there. See. gosh, you guys cannot do any damage. No wonder they lock up us mages. And I don't even have any crazy weapons. Some more over there. So we'll go over here and check things out. Oh, the wolves. Oh, it's a shriek. Level up? Wonder if it'd be worth making myself a character as a representation of me and using the portrait as my new profile pic on every social media. Maybe. Could certainly do all sorts of fun things with the character creator. Especially if you download mods for it. Wait, one of you's a rogue. You do it. Ah! What's the point of you if you can't do it? Why do I even have a rogue if he can't unlock things? Is this walkable? Only a little. But yes, if you do want to get these games, you can get them through Origin. Along with their DLC and whatnot. He puts rogue in his resume but lied about his level of education and experience. Yep, that sounds familiar. Oh, and there's Missionary Rigby. The Rigby's last will and testament. Someone named find the cash mentioned in the will and take it to Jeddah in Dreadwolf. With missionary, I have come, but I fear I'll die here. The reader in the note. Come on, can you not do this one? Ugh. Nothing more maddening than seeing a box and you can't unlock it for whatever asinine reason. So I think I'm gonna go back and do the darkspawn that were that way. Just to really clear them out. And to get all the experience possible. The one kind of bad thing, or sad thing about this game is that you can't really easily grind for...
Look there. Poor slobs. That just seems so excessive.
You can't really grind for levels all too much. You have these set amount of enemies that you can come across, but you won't really be able to grind for levels, which is something that I love to do. I love grinding. I have anxiety, and it helps me feel better to be constantly practicing and being overly prepared for anything that may happen. So, not being able to do that gets to me. Okay, let me... Dude, don't just stand there. Go on, boys. Go and get him. I like the idea of grinding when it's not a requirement. Looking at some Final Fantasy games where you spend 40 hours fighting the same mobs to progress. I've never played any of the Final Fantasy games, so I wouldn't know personally. But take something like Pokemon. I have a system that doesn't fail me. By the first, you should be at least level 15 by the time that you battle any of the first gyms, and by then you go up 5 or 10 levels per each gym and you're perfectly fine. Although some games can be limiting in how much you can do before it forces you forward in the story. Yes. Pokemon is good on that, in my opinion. Alright, higher amount of damage character. Oh, yeah. Dexterity. Higher dexterity boosts chances to hit, making the character more likely to dodge. Can I take away from strength? I don't need it. So, I'll bump up Constitution a little bit since, you know, things are getting kind of big. And bump up Magic. Especially for the road to the Elite Four, where you can take your time to finish all the side stuff and get to the level to beat the game. Yes. Now what do I want to do? Shock might be good. I guess that can be useful too. Walking Bomb, do I? Sorry, I guess these guys need some help, so I really kind of want Shock, but I think I'll go with Flaming Weapons just to help the guys. And now all of your stuff is on fire. You can thank me. Anything up here? Wow, gee, thanks, Faye. How did he know I love to have all of my stuff lit up? It's because of how lit you are, bro. Don't worry, it doesn't hurt them, thankfully. It's magic fire, that's why. Bro. Okay.
As you wish.
Run away, game crazy, run. You good, honey? You good? Okay, guess he's just there. Oh, there's some. No, let's not go that way. Let's be here.
How about you?
No, not that way. Or that way, I guess. some of that. So I couldn't have even gone there anyway. Okay. Any... Not that I ever see. Thanks, sir, for the nothing. Or rather, going on a few moments ago now. The track going on right now leaves... Yes, very much so. I suppose you can also view these,
As you wish.
The Darkspawn is kind of like that, too. They're like orcish zombies, in a way. But they're not zombies. They're cursed, and spread their curse. But they're not zombies. You learn about how they're made to be in the future. Alright, so did a good circle. Cleaned everything up here. And that is the bridge that was mentioned. Although, now that I think of it, on the right side, is that... That's really gonna drive me nuts. Uh-oh. There's some about to pop up. Get ready, guys. There we go.
We fight!
See, guys? With my flaming weapons, you can now finally do damage. Just hearing you talk about their origins makes me feel like if I were to pick up this franchise, I would end up geeking about it all the time. This is one heck of a slippery slope for me. I would highly recommend it, personally. I love this series so much. There's so much to learn, so much lore, and there's also a whole lot of socio-economic and political intrigue as well. This truly is its own world that you can really get into and learn about. So I would highly recommend it for anyone. Circle back on myself to make sure I'm not missing anything. I'm gonna go this way. Alright, come on out, guys. Oh, thank goodness I aimed it all perfectly fine. And didn't light them all on fire. Oh, it's already calling to me. I just fear it will quickly take place as my primary hobby to the point where I'll be reading about it non-stop. Well, if you do, it wouldn't be a waste in my opinion. But once again, I am extremely biased. Almost want to go ahead and do the chant wreath thing. I think I might go ahead and do that. Okay, sunken on the right side. Journal. Codex. Letter. Past the submerged tower on the right. Look between a high ruined arch and a mossy standing stone. Between a high ruined arch and a mossy standing stone. Is that it over there? Little boy, do not. You know that you're not supposed to be up here. No, that can't be right, because that's the... I mean... that... Oh, hydrate and posture check. Thank you, my dear. I am all good. Jax, little boy, off. Come on, off you go. You're not supposed to be up here. Down you go. Thank you, baby. Don't worry, my dear. My back is rimrod straight, and I have downed a whole bottle of water before this. Between a ruin, this.
Finally, some wildlife. I thought everything was out to get us.
Oh, babies. I don't enjoy hurting the wolves. I like wolves. And here we go, we found the cache. What if the wolves enjoy hurting you? Well, they need to ask consent first. Farewell letter to Jogby. You discovered Rigby's meeting point and found a note and a small cache of goods, but no sign of Rigby. Oh, we met him earlier. My dear son Jogby, I fear this is the last letter I will write to you. I have had difficulty finding the chastened to bring them the Maker's word. I have, however, seen evidence of their passing. They appear to have left this area in great haste, possibly fleeing the so-called darkspawn that are rumored to be gathering in the wilds in ever greater numbers. I have left you a weapon and everything else I can spare, my son. I will try to find you once I have found a safe place. I only hope that you will be safe. With luck, we will meet again. If you see her, tell your mother that I love her, and take care of our family. Your loving father, Rigby. Oh, poor guy. His son is dead, too. As we found them both. Well, that was one mission done. Let me see, did I pass by anything important on my way? Oh, my food should be here. Give me one moment as I go grab it. Quick question, holy moly, how many books are there from this game? I know there's a comic series and different things like that. Unless you're asking about in-game, there's a lot. Ooh, bon appetit. Yes, I'm gonna just grab it real quick. it seems that they forgot to give me a straw for my drink. Oh well, you know, whatever it takes for more hydration. Okay. I'm here. There we go. So, really, they failed once more. That was the last straw. Sorry to hear about that, though. Oh, it's fine. I mean, there are worse things that can happen. Other than, you know, them forgetting a straw, of all things. I'll be more than fine. Okay. But I got myself some unsweetened tea for dinner, along with everything else. Okay, so I guess this is the only way forward. The really cool thing about this game is that you can so easily tell just what sort of place you're at because of the architecture. You can so easily tell what the influences are just depending on the architecture. Of course, there's also things like the hanging soldiers, but I digress. If I remember correctly, this guy I need to deal with quickly.
Let's get started.
Is that the emissary? Yes, it is. Okay, that was the big one I need to worry about. Guys, wait, don't step on them. Sadly, I wasn't able to get the guy in time, but oh well, what can you do? Hello, attack him, please. Very tourist friendly. Yes, very much. I had hoped to freeze the guy here so that we can deal with him before he went off and everyone run over all these traps and get all these other guys involved, but oh well.
On it.
Really? Really, Jory? Can you, sir, not deal with... I guess you can't, okay? Love how your friends can't see the enemy within their line of sight until they hit you. Yes, very much so. Especially when they're supposed to, you know, kind of help keep me safe and all that, but who cares about such things like keeping the mage safe? Especially when she's out there trying to deal with the mage on the enemy side before they do terrible damage. Because as you see what I do, imagine what the enemy mages do. And that's exactly what the emissaries are. Okay, these are either rogues or screeches. I think they're rogues. Seems like all of the guys that have popped up so far have been rogues and not the Screeches.
Let's get started.
Oh, poor guys. Let's see what is this way. There's a crazy high level, at least for the area, crazy high level. Is that it? Journal. A note scribbled in the margin beneath the page. Marcus, I think this is real. If you take the ashes I gave you and scatter them over a pile of rocks on the overhang, okay. Alright, so this is probably the hidden boss of this area. It's nothing too crazy since it is a low area, but... Sprinkle more ash on the pile of bones.
Time for some fun! Any last words? How about you?
That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Jory, you are not good at staying. Okay. Poor Gazarath, just waking up probably, only to be frozen and burnt immediately after. I do quick work, to say the least. Let me see. Tier 2, damage, this one's better. Okay, Enchanter, Fade Striders. Less magic but more defense has been gonna be useful. What a way to prank someone with such a great name. I know. But at least we made quick work of it. Ooh, you know something's good when it autosaves. Let me turn around and continue messing with things this way. Anything over here? No. Okay. Find the cache. and check it to... Did I already get... No, here we go. It would be... Key to the mage's test. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, that went well. And we dealt with the alpha pretty easy. Concentrated accurate. Let me just double check and make sure everything was good. Nicely done, Faye. Well, thank you. So, did that... Let me just double check and make sure I did everything here. So we did that, read a letter to Jogby, got that, farewell, yeah, got the thing there. Should the reader, I've buried a sealed lockbox in our camp, nestled in the Tevinter ruin in the western reach of the wilds. It is my will that the lockbox finds my wife in Redcliffe, and that it is still sealed shut when it reaches her. Okay. Did I get the lockbox? Looks like your character's clothings are all bloodied up. Can the rain and water sources in the game wash them? I think it slowly disappears after a bit of time. I don't really know if there's any true rain within... Oh wait, maybe that's it. I don't know if there's any true rain that will happen in the game. Now, of course, I think that there's rain in cutscenes and whatnot, but I don't know if it's quite the same. Let me get some death root. Still cool. Yes, very much so. And for the people who are kind of disturbed or sensitive by such things, you can actually choose to have the gore and all that turned off. Although violence and things like that does disturb me, it doesn't really do so in this game.
Well,
and here is
well.
Chirpy's little...
What have we here?
Little friend.
Are you a vulture, I wonder? A scavenger, poking amidst a corpse whose bones were long since cleaned? Or merely an intruder, come into these darkspawn-filled wilds of mine in search of easy prey? What say you, Scavenger or intruder?
I am neither. The Grey Wardens once owned this tower.
'Tis a tower no longer. The wilds have obviously claimed this desiccated corpse. I have watched your progress for some time. Where do they go, I wondered? Why are they here? And now you disturb ashes none have touched for so long. Why is that?
Don't answer her. She looks chastened, and that means others may be nearby.
Oh, you fear barbarians will swoop down upon you.
Yes, swooping is bad.
She's a witch of the wilds, she is. She'll turn us into toads.
Witch of the wilds. Such idle fancies, those legends. Have you no minds of your own? You there. Women do not frighten like little boys. Tell me your name and I shall tell you mine.
I am FaeNev. A pleasure to meet you.
Now that is a proper civil greeting, even here in the wilds. You may call me Morrigan. Shall I guess your purpose? You sought something in that chest? Something that is here no longer?
Here no longer? You stole them, didn't you? You're some kind of sneaky witch thief.
How very eloquent. How does one steal from dead men?
Quite easily, it seems. Those documents are Grey Warden property, and I suggest you return them.
I will not, for 'twas not I who removed them. Invoke a name that means nothing here any longer if you wish. I am not threatened.
Idle fancies. My apologies, but the Witch of the Wild is potentially the most impressive title to me. And the ability to turn others into toads, I am sold. Very much so. Then who removed them?
'Twas my mother, in fact.
Can you take us to her?
There is a sensible request. I like you.
I'd be careful. First it's, I like you, but then zap. Frog time.
She'll put us all in the pot, she will. Just you watch.
If the pot's warmer than this forest, it'd be a nice change.
Follow me then, if it pleases you.
You guys are really not doing your gender well with her jabs. Okay, I love this group of goons. Well, I'm glad to hear that. You can't hear me eating, can you? There we go.
Greetings, Mother. I bring before you 4 Grey Wardens who...
I see them, girl. Much as I expected.
Are we supposed to believe you were expecting us?
You are required to do nothing, least of all believe. Shut one's eyes tight or open one's arms wide. Either way, one's a fool.
She's a witch, I tell you. We shouldn't be talking to her.
Quiet, Davith. If she's really a witch, do you want to make her mad?
There is a smart lad. Sadly irrelevant to the larger scheme of things, but it is not I who decides. Believe what you will. And what of you? Does your woman's mind give you a different viewpoint? Or do you believe as these boys do?
I'm not sure what to believe.
A statement that possesses more wisdom than it implies. Be always aware. Or is it oblivious? I can never remember. So much about you is uncertain, and yet I believe. Do I? Why, it seems I do.
So this is a dreaded Witch of the Wilds.
Witch of the Wilds, huh? Morrigan must have told you that. She fancies such tales, though she would never admit it. Oh, how she dances under the moon.
They did not come to listen to your wild tales, Mother.
True, they came for their treaties, yes? And before you begin barking, your precious seal wore off long ago. I have protected these.
Oh, you protected them?
And why not? Take them to your Grey Wardens and tell them this Blight's threat is greater than they realize.
You have been eating this whole time? I thought you would be letting your meal get cold until the end of the stream or the next break. I've been munching on some french fries. Cute. Morrigan's cringing is quite adorable. It is. Thank you for returning them.
Such manners. Always in the last place you look. Like stockings. Oh, do not mind me. You have what you came for.
Time for you to go, then.
Do not be ridiculous, girl. These are your guests.
Oh, very well. I will show you out of the woods. Follow me.
I wish there was. I wish I could share them with you, my dear. So, I think I will play up until the Great Battle cutscene. I really want that to be shown to y'all. Alright, boys, come with me.
Tern Loghain may not think much of the Grey Wardens, but the king was wise to bring you here.
Now, before we get locked into that, I need to take care of the puppy.
The Mabari's stable for now, but not improving. Unless I get that herb I told you about, there's not much hope.
Is this the flower?
Let me see. Yeah, that's exactly it. Wonderful. Give me a moment and I'll make this into an ointment. He looks better already. I'm sure he'd thank you himself if he could.
What will happen to him now?
Let's give him a day or two to recover. Why not come back after the battle? Perhaps we can see about imprinting him on you.
You think that's possible?
Maybe. It's likely he understands you're responsible for curing him. Mabari are at least as smart as your average tax collector. Come back after the battle and just... well, take another look.
I think I might just take a shower and prepare for bed and work. It's getting a tad late for me. That's understandable, my dear. Honestly, thinking about it, I may or may not do the same. I know we're like right on the verge of it all, but I think I will. Haha, there we go. Thank you for the stream thus far. I hope you have a wonderful reminder of it. That your fries are amazing and that you have a lovely evening or night. Well, thank you, my dear. Do you want to see something really juicy before you leave? I'm about to speak to Duncan, and there's something crazy that's about to happen, which you might enjoy. Sure, alright.
So you returned from the wilds. Have you been successful?
That sounds interesting. We have.
Good. I've had the Circle mages preparing. With the blood you've retrieved, we can begin the joining immediately.
Maybe we should tell you about Morrigan and her mother.
There was a woman at the tower, and her mother had the scrolls. They were both very... odd.
Were they wilder folk?
I don't think so. They might be apostates. Mages hiding from the Chantry.
I know you were once a Templar, Alistair, but Chantry business is not ours. We have the scrolls. Let us focus on the joining.
Oh yes, you'll really be interested in this, and it'll be quite the way to end the stream. I'm ready.
Excellent. You will need that courage to face what comes next.
Courage? How much danger are we in?
I will not lie. We Grey Wardens pay a heavy price to become what we are. Fate may decree that you pay your price now, rather than later.
Oh, hey, Game Crazy. Is that why the joining is so secret?
If only such secrecy were unnecessary, and all understood the necessity of such sacrifice. Sadly, that will never be so.
Let's go then. I'm anxious to see this joining now.
I agree. Let's have it done.
Then let us begin. Alistair, take them to the old temple.
Alright, here is our last moment before I end the stream.
The more I hear about this joining, the less I like it.
Are you blubbering again?
Why all these damn tests? Have I not earned my place?
Maybe it's tradition. Maybe they're just trying to annoy you.
Calm down. There's nothing we can do about it now.
I only know that my wife is in Highover with a child on the way. If they had warned me, it just doesn't seem fair.
Would you have come if they'd warned you? Maybe that's why they don't. The Wardens do what they must, right?
Including sacrificing us?
I'd sacrifice a lot more if I knew it would end the Blight.
We don't know that, David.
Don't we? The Grey Wardens have saved the world from Darkspawn before. I'd say they know better than anyone what it takes. You saw those Darkspawns tonight. Wouldn't you die to protect your pretty wife from them?
Maybe
you'll die. Maybe we'll all die. If nobody stops the Darkspawn, we'll die for sure.
I've just never faced a foe I could not engage with my blade.
At last, we come to the joining.
Here we go.
The Grey Wardens were founded during the First Blight, when humanity stood on the verge of annihilation. So it was that the first Grey Wardens drank of Darkspawn blood and mastered their taint.
We're going to drink the blood of those creatures.
As the first Grey Wardens did before us, as we did before you. This is the source of our power and our victory.
Those who survive the joining become immune to the taint. We can sense it in the Darkspawn.
Oh, flying trolley.
Archdemon.
Those who survive.
Not all who drink the blood will survive, and those who do are forever changed. This is why the joining is a secret. It is the price we pay. We speak only a few words prior to the joining, but these words have been said since the first. Alistair, if you would.
Join us, brothers and sisters. Join us in the shadows where we stand vigilant. Join us as we carry the duty that cannot be forsworn. And should you perish, know that your sacrifice will not be forgotten. And that one day, we shall join you.
Davith, step forward. I am sorry, Davith. Step forward, Jory.
But I have a wife, a child. Had I known...
There is no turning back.
No. You ask too much. There is no glory in this.
I am sorry. But the joining is not yet complete. You are called upon to submit yourself to the taint for the greater good. From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden.
2 more deaths. In my joining, only one of us died, but it was horrible. I'm glad at least one of you made it through.
How do you feel?
Nothing you said prepared me for that. Are you okay, Flying Trolley? That's why I kept giggling when you talked about how much you loved the group. Oh, and thank you, Game Crazy. That's so sweet of you to say.
Such is what it takes to be a Grey Warden.
Did you have dreams? I had terrible dreams after my joining.
Such dreams come when you begin to sense the Darkspawn, as we all do. That and many other things can be explained in the months to come.
Before I forget, there is one last part to your joining. We take some of that blood and put it in a pendant. Something to remind us of those who didn't make it this far.
Take some time. When you're ready, I'd like you to accompany me to a meeting with the king.
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking, Faye. Although now I'm feeling the same sense of mistrust and discomfort every time. I'm so sorry, my dear. I couldn't tell you what was coming up. All I could do was laugh.
For the upcoming battle. I am not sure why he has requested your presence. The meeting is to the west, down the stairs. Please attend as soon as you're able.
Well, at least they were kind enough to remove the bodies. It was Faye's way of holding in a spoiler. Yes, it was. And I'm so sorry, my dear, that it was such a surprise to you. But, well executed though. I wouldn't have had it any other way. Well, I'm glad to hear that. But I believe that might... I'm going back and forth on if I want to end the stream here or end the stream with the big battle sequence that's just about to happen. I think I'll continue on for just a little bit more until we reach that huge battle. And then, or that huge cutscene of the battle. And then I will call it a night after that. Because there's just a lot of cutscenes right now, leading up to this.
My decision is final. I will stand by the Grey Wardens in this assault.
You risk too much, Kalen. The Darkspawn Horde is too dangerous for you to be playing hero on the front lines.
If that's the case, perhaps we should wait
thank
for the
you,
Orlesian
Flying
forces
Trolley.
to join us after all.
I must repeat my protest to your fool notion that we need the Orlesians to defend ourselves.
You will easily
It is
find
not a
the
full notion.
VOD here.
Our arguments with the Orlesians are a thing of the past, and you will remember who is king.
How fortunate
I hope you have a
did not
wonderful
live to see his son ready
wonderful
to hand Ferelden over to those who enslaved
shower.
us for a century.
Then our current forces will have to suffice, won't they? Duncan, are your men ready for battle?
They are, Your Majesty.
And this is the recruit I met earlier on the road? I understand congratulations are in order.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Every Grey Warden is needed now. You should be honored to join their ranks.
Your fascination with glory and legends will be your undoing, Kalen. We must attend to reality.
Fine. Speak your strategy. The Grey Wardens and I draw the Darkspawn into charging our lines, and then?
You will alert the tower to light the beacon, signaling my men to charge from
To
cover.
flank the Darkspawn, I remember. This is the Tower of Ishal in the ruins, yes? Well, who shall light this beacon?
I have a few men stationed there. It's not a dangerous task, but it is vital.
Then we should send our best. Send Alistair and the new Grey Warden to make sure it's done.
Once again, thank you once more for the entertainment. It's always appreciated. Have a good night again, everyone. Thank you, Flying Trolley. I hope you rest well and have a wonderful day at work. I will say that the official party characters are much more enjoyable, particularly one by the name of Liliana. Liliana is so adorable. She reminds me so much of one of my sisters. But my personal favorite is to yet be seen. I'll do my best, Your Majesty.
You rely on these Grey Wardens too much. Is that truly wise?
Enough of your conspiracy theories, Loghain.
Well, this isn't
Grey
Dragon Age
Wardens battle
Origins.
the Blight no matter where they're from.
Your Majesty, you should consider the possibility of the Archdemon appearing.
There have been no signs of any dragons in the wilds.
Isn't that what your men are here for, Duncan?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, the tower and its beacon are unnecessary. The circle
We
of
will not
Magi...
trust any lives to your spells, Mage. Save them for the Darkspawn.
Enough. This plan will suffice. The Grey Wardens will light the beacon.
Thank you, Loghain. I cannot wait for that glorious moment. The Grey Wardens battle beside the King of Ferelden to stem the tide of evil.
Yes, Galen. Glorious moment for us all.
And here we go.
You heard the plan. You and Alistair will go to the Tower of Ishal and ensure the beacon is lit.
What? I won't be in the battle.
This is by the King's personal request, Alistair. If the beacon is not lit, Tern Loghain's men won't know when to charge.
So he needs 2 Grey Wardens standing up there holding the torch, just in case, right?
I'm ready to go. Oh yes, that is right. Yes, so think of who else in Origins that I might be excited for.
So am I.
You'll need to cross the gorge and head through the gate and up to the tower entrance. From the top, you'll overlook the entire valley.
When do we light the beacon?
We will signal you when the time is right. Alistair will know what to look for.
I can see you preferring Sin, Wynn, or Zevran. Yes, I do enjoy those 3, but there's one in extreme particular that I'm very fond of. Can we join the battle afterwards?
Stay with the Terran's men and guard the tower. If you are needed, we will send word.
What if the Archdemon appears?
We soil our drawers, that's what.
If it does, leave it to us. I want no heroics from either of you.
How much time do we have?
The battle is about to begin. Once I leave, move quickly. You'll have less than an hour.
I know what I have to do.
Then I must join the others. From here, you two are on your own. Remember, you are both Grey Wardens. I expect you to be worthy of that title.
Duncan, may the Maker watch over you.
May he watch over us all.
Quest completed. Alright. So, as I said before, we are talking non-DLC, correct? Yes. Zevran. Yes, once again. Very much so, I greatly appreciate him. I'm not usually one for overly flirty characters, but he is special. Did I not? Oh, it's probably... No, that's not it. I don't have... Okay. Oh, I have another. Okay. I think... He does have a certain level of charisma to him. Well, it's his story, and if you romance him, just the things you learn about him, it's just truly moving to me. We pump up your constitution and dexterity. Dual weapon, archery weapon, and shield. Morrigan's story is also fairly heartbreaking. It is. They all are kind of, you know, sad. But it's just not only the story of Zebran, but when you learn about him and just all of the... just everything. It's really sad. And so moving at the same time. But here we are. Did Dragon Age just crash on me? No! I can't believe it crashed on me. Oh no, you're not. We are gonna play that. We are going to get that cutscene no matter what. Can't believe it crashed. Zevran is a very well written character. He is. And I appreciate how they continue to reference him in the later games. You see him in 2, and you hear of him in 3. We are getting to that cutscene no matter what. Okay. Do I have to do the joining again? I thought oh, it's this. Okay, excuse that. Okay, let's...
And this is the recruit I met earlier. Then we should send our best. Send Alice.
So he needs 2 Grey Wardens standing up there holding the torch.
You'll need to cross the gorge and head through the gate and up to the... We will signal you when the time is right.
My favorite character in the series is Varric. Yes, Varric is truly amazing. It's a great shame that you can't romance Varric because of his crossbow. He's so amazing. Just quite the bro, honestly. Makes me sad every time that you can't love on him the way he deserves it. His stories, his personality, his jokes. Yes. Oh, yes. What am I? Alright, let's try this again. There we go. This scene always gets me every time.
The plan will work, Your Majesty.
Of course it will. The blight ends here. Run!
Let's cross the bridge and get to the tower.
Alright, my dears, well, that will be the end of today. I know it's kind of a hard place to stop, but unfortunately, that is the way it must go. Never before nor since have I hated a character in a game as much as I hate Loghain. Yes. There's even frustrations connected to him even in the third game, which is interesting that they continue it, but yes. So senseless. So unneeded. But I don't think the people who aren't privy to the story know quite exactly what we're talking about, my dear. So let's save that conversation for next time. But, my dears, as much as I would love to continue playing this game, I am afraid that I do have food, and that I should call it quits here. As much as I would love to continue on, but I'm afraid this game will just suck me in and I won't be able to think of anything else. Indeed, they shall see why Loghain has my enmity. Yes. As they very well should, 'cause he deserves it. But that will be it for now. Oh, I've been streaming for almost 4 hours. That's a good bit of time. Let me see if there's anyone I can raid that's going right now. Oh, we can say hello to Lay Shroom. Let's do that. I know how you feel about this game. It is a story on the same level as Lord of the Rings. It's truly wonderful. This entire world that they were able to make. And that's why I wanted to start playing through all of the games. Because the information of Dreadwolf coming out has been getting me so excited. I can't wait to see what they do with it. But now, my dears, let us all be kind and courteous to Lay Shroom. Let us give them a great big thanks, and let us blind them with our glimmer. And thank you so much for the compliment before, Game Crazy. A shame they didn't do as well as they could and should have with DA2. I mean, personally, I like all 3 of them equally. I have found that each time I try to pick out which one is my favorite, I say the one that I'm currently or have last played is my favorite. So right now, Dragon Age Origins is my favorite, but when I play through 2 and 3, they will be my favorite. But I suppose that's a good sign. But we shall have to say that that will be it for today. Let us shine with our glimmer. And thank you all so much for joining me today. Until next time, ta-ta!